This country, under this APC regime, came to become the poverty capital of the world. It became the place where the minimum wage became the miserable wage for workers.
But if you think about Nigeria itself, it's an open prison.
Where we are now, if we continue and we are true to our tradition, it is that after General President Buhari has gone, 2023 brings another president. By 2024 or the end of 20, we'll be saying, oh, you know, under General Buhari it wasn't so bad. Because Nigeria progresses in reverse. You know, we're always nostalgic about the past. And if you run through, you'll just discover, you know, we were saying all these people were being killed under Jonathan. And then suddenly they said, no, bring back the corruption of Jonathan. We didn't really mind the corruption because bag of rice was not as expensive as it is now. We really don't understand the job of politics. And I hear Nigerians say to me, you know, we just pray this time that we'll get it right. And I said, get it right as in what? That the elections were free, they were fair, they were credible, that's fine. But what does that guarantee you? Many of us confuse electoral processes with outcomes. When we talk about political processes, you are never going to have a free, fair, or credible election until you fix the sense of common citizenship. That is that all of us are aiming at the same goal. And of course, the system we are running has foreclosed the possibility because there is a lack of conceptual clarity. Right now, as we know and as we are talking, even to declare interest in participating in this process, despite your quality, you know, the quality of you went to Harvard, you went to Yale, you went to Princeton, that's not enough in Nigeria. This is what I have the ability to do. No, it's not accepted. So if you cannot find 100 million naira or 50 million naira to buy a form, or you don't have the kind of friends who can, you know, it's just such a joke that Nigerians are sitting and we're just watching. We have to pay the price for this. We will pay the price because we are complicit. Because if somebody has erected this barricade, saying that poor people don't need to apply. That's what it says, irrespective of your qualification. Then we should not pretend we are running a democracy. We should say we have opted for a plutocracy, which is that only rich people can participate in the process.
My brother Omoyele Sowore, so please come up here.
Thank you.
I know you 2 minutes.
Thank you. Let me just speak you first. Thank you.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You don't have to be worried because Nigeria's problem was not created in 2 minutes, so it can't be solved in 2 minutes. Thank you very much, and I want to wish you happy birthday, Clement. There was a regret I have. Had you not invited me, the INEC chairman would have been here because he's trying to steal our political party, and probably when they came here and knew I was in house, they decided he won't come. But I promised to leave after my speech so that he can come and deliver his speech. When we were in the student movement, we had a range of leaders. And it depends on the temperature of your mentorship, what you want. Ghani is the person to go to if you are very volatile. If you want to step it down, you go to Olisa Agbakoba. Ayobe is a counselor. You know, she'll counsel you, calm down. And when you want to get intellectual feel, you go to Clement. And he's one of the most creative people in the civil society world. And I mean it, civil society when it used to be civil society. Not now that civil society has become evil society because they are in bed with the government, majority of them. That's the problem. And I used to say it, that we also used to go to Professor Oshibaju because he had an office in Yaba, Lagos, before he became a full-time coward. working with Buhari. This is unbelievable. He was a member of the civil society group in Nigeria in those days. I mean, Oshibajo, the vice president today. So, and I just want to say that maybe for the first time, people are discovering that you are one of the people who created us, the very difficult and stubborn ones, because of the way you creatively manage, the civil society in those days. We're not talking about NANS of today that you have. We don't even have NANS anymore. In our days, we just went and got mentored on the ground, and we're left to do the job and supported. Today's students are so terrible, not because they don't want to fight, but because Nigerian students are trying to become the enemies of society that they are trying to condemn. So an average NAS president also wants to look like the president of Nigeria, driving expensive cars. I have met a student union leader who has 12 special advisors. And I asked the advisors, are you not students too? So what time do you have to advise and go to class? This is the kind of anomaly that our society has become. And if anybody told me that in 2022, Nigeria will be like this, I'll probably curse the person out, because we thought that by 1993, Nigeria would have had its democratic issues resolved. And I guarantee you that had it not happened, had one of the men who died yesterday ignominiously, Ato Ozeribe, not intervened to stop Nigeria's democracy, we would not have had a Buhari in 2015, because Nigeria's democracy would have had the opportunity to outgrow some of its democratic enemies. Today, don't let anybody lie to you, we are no longer practicing democracy. We have entered the era of morontocracy. Nigeria's democracy has been hijacked by morons, and it's for morons, and they run the entire country as a moronic territory. And that is the reason, don't drag my shirt, stop it. You used to be progressive in AIT too, what happened to you guys? So, it has become a moronic territory, and it is up to us, the citizens, to take back our country. I am not here to speak as a presidential candidate. No, I'm here to appreciate someone who meant a lot to me as a person who was growing up. And if anybody also told me that I will grow as fast as I grew, he's 60 and 51, I will never believe it. Because he's an ageless person, as you see. I never look at him and think he's 60 years old until we met last week. And he told me, I'm coming up with my 60 years old celebration that I want you to attend. But I can't leave this place without also mentioning, sadly, somebody we lost in their class, and that's Innocent Chukwuma. Though he might have been a quiet person, he was also a big mentor to all of us. And the sad part is that the good ones are dying, that the bad ones refuse to die. I mean, Babangida will be 80, Buhari is around 80, Obasanjo is about 80-something, Gani Famami couldn't live to be 70, and several other good Nigerians just died. Fela, 50-something. But the bad guys, there's something wrong with Nigeria, that good people don't live long, but bad people live so long. And I hope and pray, even though I'm not religious, that you live to be 80 in the Nigeria power dream. Thank you very much. And more. 80 and beyond.
You remember you were fighting me in New York, Minister of Petroleum.
Are you Jerry?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have a better person now.
You guys were not better either.
Take away morocracy.
Yes.
For this event.
Yes.
Let's take away.
Yes.
Let's take away.
Thank you so much.
Quite honored to be to speak. About
How are you, sir? Very good.
and the fact that I'm really happy to be here to celebrate.
Thank
First
you.
of all, the fact that he has been
Thank you.
consistently a member and a voice for citizenship in Nigeria. And that is really important.
Nigeria they use computer. The leaders of Nigeria they use radio where they turn the knob.